Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1995 cult classic film Casper. So this is based off the Casper the Friendly Ghost comics from the 1930s and 40s and 50s respectively. He had multiple cartoons. He had a few cartoons after this 95 movie. He had a few other live action movies after this 95 movie. Not with Christina Ricci and Bill Pullman, who stars in this film. But I know Hilary Duff was in like the third Casper the Friendly Ghost movie. This film not supersedes, but it is transcendent amongst the generations. I was 5 years old when this came out. I'm still gushing about it. My brother was 3 when this came out. We get a backstory as to how Casper died. He references Duke something. I forget the guy's last name. He played on the Brooklyn Dodgers. And according to a quick Google search, this guy, whose last name I don't remember, but started at the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. So that means Casper died late 40s, early 50s. His father was an inventor. Their last name is McFadden. And there's never been a death backstory behind Casper. Why he's a friendly ghost. How did he die? Who was his family? We know that he has the ghostly trio of uncles. You know, his mean uncles, you know, Stretch, Fatso, and Stinky. They live at Whipstead. I forget the mansion's name. I feel embarrassed right now. In Maine. So the story focuses around this character named Carrigan, who has a lawyer, and she has inherited this condemned mansion in Maine, and that it apparently has some treasure to it. So her and her lawyer go. It is now overrun by ghosts. 4 ghosts to be specific: Casper, Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch. But Casper just wants a friend, and the local kids know that there are ghosts in this abandoned Whipstead, there you go, place. So kids, you know, go to take pictures with a ghost, but always get scared, etc. Dan Aykroyd's character from Ghostbusters happens to go as well, and then gets scared and runs out and says, "Who are you going to call?" Somebody else. Hysterical pop culture references. Hysterical, bringing Ghostbusters and another ghost movie into effect. So Christina Ricci's character of Kat and Bill Pullman's character, his wife, her mom passed away. He is now a ghost therapist, so he's trying to talk to ghosts. He's trying to have them finish their unfinished business. But in the process, he's also trying to find Amelia, his wife, Kat's mom, her ghost. But she doesn't have unfinished business. So that's the thing. He wants to know how she's doing, where she is, etc. Casper wants a friend as well. He's a 12-year-old boy. Kat's a 12-year-old girl. So he brings them to Carrigan's attention, who hires Bill Pullman's character to get rid of the ghosts from the mansion. But as the story progresses, we find out Casper's dad was an inventor. There's a machine called the Lazarus, which can bring people back from the dead, bring a ghost back to life, because that's what he was trying to do for his son. But then he was, you know, legally referenced as insane, so he had to be put away. And Casper never truly became the full boy that he was. But Carrigan and Dibbs are trying to get into the vault this entire time, and it turns out that the treasure in the vault that's referenced as the treasure of the mansion is Casper's signed autograph baseball of this guy who played on the Brooklyn Dodgers. There's the timeline. That's how we know. Casper going into the story of how he passed away. He went sledding with his dad. All of a sudden, it got really dark, got really late, got really cold, and he got sick, so he died from pneumonia. His dad was very sad, and then tried to bring Casper back from the dead because the dad knew that Casper was still haunting the house. So Kat makes friends with all of these other middle schoolers at Friendly, Maine. That's where the story takes place, and they want to throw a Halloween party at Whipstead. So then most of the movie takes place during a Halloween party at Whipstead. And then eventually, as Carrigan is defeated because she is killed and then comes back as a ghost, but then doesn't have unfinished business because she has the Lazarus juice and because she has the treasure, like, she evaporates. Amelia comes back and says hello to Bill Pullman's character and Cinderella's Casper. So he has until 10 as a real boy to, you know, go to the dance with Kat. And then Kat realizes it's Casper, and he says the creepy "can I keep you" kind of thing. And it's just such a beautiful roundabout story. It's so transcended from all of time that it's such a great Halloween film, but it's a great family film as well. And there's scary points in this as well. I will say that. I've always loved this creepy mansion. I've always loved the Haunted Mansion, Disney's Haunted Mansion. Hence my Hitchhiking Ghosts tattoo right on my forearm. But this was always very entertaining for me from an architectural and design standpoint as a kid, because I loved that you opened the door to this mansion. You had this amazing chandelier sculpture thing, which is really a skylight, but turns into a chandelier because of the sun. Incredible. But this floor is this giant red and black spiral of tile. Beautiful. And that's where the Halloween party takes place. So you open up into this mansion into a ballroom. And then depending on where you want to go, if you want to go up the stairs, down a hall, etc., that's the main focal point of the house, is this ballroom. I love it. Always loved it. Always loved that to get down to the basement, the lab, you had to go in a chair on a second floor of the study, and then it goes down the spiral staircase, through a tunnel, through the crypt. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Oh, Tales of the Crypt Keeper was in this as well for half a second. That was pretty fun. I have great memories watching this with my brother when we were younger. I have great memories of going to Pizza Hut with my family, parents and brother. Pizza Hut back in the day, back in the 90s, was massive, and they had sit-down restaurants. So you could sit down, order your pizza, there were salad bars, whatever. And they were always partnered with local like school districts. So like if you read X amount of books per week, you could get a free pizza, kind of a thing. Super cool to encourage reading at such a young age, and your prize was pizza. Great. But you could also like buy toys with your meals. So they had Casper like puppets, but they were like plastic. So these plastic little sculptures you could put your hand in and, you know, go like this and pretend you're a ghost. So I still have my Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch, which are actually used as Halloween props all of these years later, 25 years later. I lost my Casper one. I don't know where Casper went, but I have vivid memories of getting those puppets, getting those toys with my brother next to me, with our parents, sitting down for hot, cheesy pizza, and like great Pizza Hut memories. Obviously, I don't eat Pizza Hut anymore, you know, because they're not vegan, but good memories. So I thank this movie for still keeping that magic alive, keeping that childhood magic alive within me. Obviously, since I'm still gushing about how much I love this film and all the memories that coincide with it. Such a great piece. Bill Pullman did a great job. Christina Ricci did an incredible job. She was, what, like 15, playing a 12-year-old in this movie? So she could still play that, like, teenage role really well. I love Christina Ricci. She's great. We're going to watch Sleepy Hollow soon. I don't know, the next review, the review after that, but we're going to talk about Sleepy Hollow soon. Hence the spooky season. We're going to watch all the spooky and the horror and the creepy and the Halloween-tastic movies, because 'tis the season to be spooky. And to that, we are done. Stay spooky. Watch Casper. Relive those childhood memories as I just did. Mucho mahalo.